Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2021 in the beta with Southampton Football Club. We are on the final game of the Premier League season. We have finished 7th. We can't move up or down. We've qualified for the Europa League 2 or the Europa Conference League or whatever it's called. It's the Europa League 2. I'll always call it that because that's all I've ever known it as. And yeah, we're going to be up against Arsenal today. We've done some really good football in the last few matches. It's a bit annoying that I didn't record them. So, yeah, we managed to beat Chelsea 3-2. Shay Adams, Ryan Bertrand and a James Ward-Prowse free kick, which was absolutely magnificent. We then lost against Everton. Danny Ings did score from the penalty spot, but we obviously conceded 2 in this one. We then beat Spurs 4-2. We were 3-0 up after about, 25 minutes? Kamara, Redmond and Shay Adams in the first half. It then went to 3-2, which was a little bit nervy, and then Shoya Nakajima scored in the 93rd minute to secure the points. And then we've also beaten Aston Villa 3-1. Danny Ings, Theo Walcott and Shay Adams on the score sheet in this one. And as I've said, we are 7th. We literally can't go up or down. Liverpool are champions. They actually confirmed their title against Manchester United, I think it was. Although I feel like they were champions a while ago, because that's a big old gap between those two teams. But yeah, we can't move up. We can get 60 points. Everton can't catch up with us. We finished 7th. That's a very, very good season, I think. Final game of the season time then, against Arsenal away from home. I'm not even sure where Arsenal are in the league, but basically, I'm kind of going to try and play a strong squad. I don't want to start playing all the children, but we might sprinkle in a few of the sort of 17, 18-year-olds. We're not going to play a 15-year-old left-back. Don't worry about that. The starting lineup then for the final game of the season will be Schlager in goal. He has played most of the matches. I think he didn't play against Chelsea because I forgot to put him in. But yeah, he's played pretty much every other game. It's going to be Bertrand, Salisu, Badiashile and Walker-Peters as our back forward. Ward-Prowse and Kamara in the middle of the pitch. Ross Lang will be the left winger today with Theo Walcott on the right. Danny Ings and Shay Adams will be the strikers. Let's have a quick look at Ross Lang. He's good. I think I showed him off an episode or two ago. Here he is. If I didn't, here he is again. He's certainly got something about him. Physically, he's very good. Technically, he's got some reasonable numbers in his passing and technique. Mentally, again, some reasonable numbers. Nothing amazing, but that 5-star potential is something to keep an eye on. On the bench as well, we do have Fraser Forster, Jan Bednarek, Ibrahima Diallo, who really should have played a lot more football this season, but he's not as good as perhaps he should be. He's reasonable. He's played a few games, but he's been playing for the under-23s. Redmond will be there. Barry Rogers is on the bench. So is Orion Romeu and our number 1 right-back, Moussa Djenepo. I say number 1. Our number 2 right-back, Moussa Djenepo. Barry Rogers, by the way, he might have actually played another game in between episodes. I didn't tell you about this. He played against Leicester. He played all 90 minutes and got a 6.4. Mady Kamara is looking forward to his battle with Granit Xhaka. Just don't beat him up too much. Here we go then, final game of the season at the Emirates Stadium. It's not going to be the easiest match. I think Arsenal might be fighting for a Champions League spot, so they are definitely going to be trying in this one. Kamara's ball across, intercepted by Chambers, the former Southampton man. Salisu forward, Ross Lang's not going to get there. Bertrand does. Danny Ings to Ross Lang. A lovely ball from Ross Lang to Danny Ings. He's gone for a little chip, I think, over Bernd Leno, but doesn't manage to do it. Highlights carried on and it's Route 1 football, isn't it? It's not. It's coming back. Ward-Prowse over the top. What a ball that is from Ward-Prowse to Theodore Walcott. Ings is going to go for it. Leno, though, can easily pick up that one. This highlight hasn't really had too many shots in. It's carried on again. Leno, long ball. Very Arsenal, long ball football. They got Allardyce in there as their manager at the moment. Adams through ball to Danny Ings. Takes a touch. Lovely finish by Danny Ings. His 18th goal of the season. He's suddenly turned up again. In the last few weeks, a few matches, he's suddenly turned up and he's started to score goals once again. We're 1-0 up against Arsenal. And by doing this, we are ruining Arsenal's chances of Champions League and basically handing it to Manchester City, who have also taken the lead against, I think, maybe Everton. I've just seen, if we win this game, we'll have 60 points. 60 points is a lot of points for Southampton. Well, the first half is fairly uneventful other than the goal that we scored. I'm still trying to learn how to use the shouts and stuff. Fire up, is that going to... Nope, it just upset people. Bertrand, Ward-Prowse, Walcott, Ross Lang, Adams all got upset from that. I still don't quite know how the shouts work, because everyone seems to get pressured no matter what I say. Almost at the end of the first half, we've got 3.5 minutes. Kolasinac can run forward with it for Arsenal. Across to the right-hand side is Hector Bellerin. He's gone for goal. Schlager with a wonderful save. The Austrian tips it over for a corner. Saka's corner comes in. Salisu with the head clear. Are we going to close this down? We do. Danny Ings, the goal scorer, gets past Bellerin, but no, he doesn't. It's a good slide tackle in the end. 1-0 then at half-time. And we've been the better side, but not by much. To be honest, looking at the match stats, neither team has really done anything too outstanding. I'm happy with the performance. Get some people looking inspired. Do we do a change? I'm going to bring on a 15-year-old left-back. It's going to happen. He's going to come on. Bertrand's on a 6'5". He's basically begging me to bring him on. Bertrand's now dropped down to a 6'4". We're going to be bringing on Rodgers, aren't we? Schlager with a goal kick. 56 minutes. Salisu back to the Austrian keeper. Schlager's going to play it calmly to Badiashile. Now Mohamed Salisu. Forward. Ward-Prowse isn't paying enough attention and Joe Willock has stolen the ball away from him. Madi Kamara with a wonderful slide tackle, and now a counter-attack is possibly on. Adams receives Ings' headed ball, slips the through ball towards Danny Ings, straight at the feet of Leno though, who can easily hold on to that one. Still 1-0. We are getting the chances. I think we're doing very well. We're getting in the right positions. We're just not getting the final shot. They've just brought on a man called Plange on the right-hand side to play up against Bertrand. Is Plange any good? I've never heard of Plange. If he's rubbish, we will definitely... He scored. Luke Plange has scored. Oh my... Who are you? Who are you? I've never heard of Luke Plange. He's 18 years old. He's 18 years old. He's literally just come on for his debut and scored his first touch of the ball. Right, Bertrand, you're coming off. Barry's on. Come on, Barry. Come on, Bazza. Do the job. It's weird to think that an 18-year-old right winger is the oldest player out of the two by quite a distance. Walcott has the ball for us, flicks it back to Kamara. It's gone all the way back. Oh, why are we doing that? This has come from our corner. Saka now with the ball into the penalty area. What a tackle that is from Kyle Walker-Peters. Is he going to keep it in play as well? He does. He can get the ball forward. Theodore Walcott. I keep calling him Theodore. His name's Theo. I assume his real name is, or his full name is Theodore. But I just keep calling him that. James Ward-Prowse to Danny Ings. Maybe it's Daniel Ings. Maybe that's what we need to do. That wasn't a very good shot, Danny. Wasn't a good shot at all. Leno has the ball in his hands. I'm going to try and give him another shout. We're going to do fire up. Has it worked? Has it worked? Has it even been said? It's ruined everyone again. It's ruined a whole load of players. I don't know how to do shouts. I don't know how to do shouts and team talks. They're a little bit of a black art at the moment. Salisu finds Ross Lang with the ball now. He's been tackled easily by Hector Bellerin, who has the ball back. Luke Plange, the goal scorer. Joe Willock plays it on the ground to Eddie Nketiah. Now El Neni across to Saka. Lots of children playing for Arsenal today, actually, isn't there? Kolasinac is going to collect this, crosses it in with his left foot. Schlager's come out. Rodgers with a stooping header clear. Good job, big Barry Rodgers, who's actually about 5'5", I believe. And that almost found its way into the top corner from Luke Plange. Final 10 minutes are approaching. Danny Ings with the ball. Is he going to go alone? He's going off slightly to the left. He's gone for a long-range effort, Danny. Probably not ideal to go for it from that range. Right, we need to do a change. We need to do something. Ross Lang not doing so well. Everyone's overwhelmed by the feedback. I don't know why. We've still got two subs, so Walcott's going to come off. Genepo on, also Ross Lang for Redmond. That is all of our substitutions. We're going to have to deal with a 6.4 rated Kyle Walker-Peters as a right back. Although we did just bring Genepo on, so maybe we could put Walker-Peters as a winger. Saka with a corner for Arsenal. Final few minutes, and of course they've scored because it's the final few minutes, and we always concede goals in the final 5 minutes. It's 2-1 to Arsenal. We're going to lose our second match in a row on camera, and only our second match on camera as well. I'd say we haven't deserved to lose this. I don't think we've deserved to lose this one at all. We have had some reasonable chances. They've had some reasonable chances. I say reasonable. We haven't really, have we? Both teams have got a 0.7 XG. So neither side really should have scored any goals. I mean, were we the dark... Yeah, we're the dark blue one. We were all right, I guess. It's not the best way to end a season. Kyle Walker-Peters is going to get a shouting at. I don't think that's his fault. I think that's what I'm telling him to do. He's playing as a wing-back on attack. And it basically means that he often gets exposed and people just running behind him. But if I put him on support, he doesn't get forward. So it's a bit... I don't know how tactics work. Well then, we are going to have ourselves a final tunnel interview, broadcast interview with Erno Lakkonen from goal. That match wrapped up the English Premier Division for your side. How do you reflect on the season as a whole? I think we can look back with a lot of pride. Some excellent results and performances give us a good platform for next season. Yeah, I just want to know how to defend. Rob Holding's late... I don't want to talk about Rob Holding. Thank you very much. I don't want to talk about late goals. How do you rate the clash as a final match? It was alright. We played well. It pleased me. Sure. Would you agree that Saka was one of the best players on the pitch today? I don't want to talk about individuals. Technology, don't care. Cool. Nice ball. I literally answered like 2 questions there, didn't I? Luke Bloody Plange. Luke Plange comes off the bench on his debut, scores a header within the first few seconds. Super sub Plange inspires Arsenal. Screw you, game. Well, that is the season over. Now, I'm going to obviously go forward to the end of season reviews and stuff, but I think they've changed. So I have no idea what to expect. I've never finished the season on this save yet. So I say save on Football Manager 21. So yeah, I'm going to go forward and we'll come back when we have some fancy new screens maybe. Well, this is something very different. You can't see what it is yet, but we've got a full screen end of season review thing. I think I'll put myself down in this bottom corner. This is what I've been presented with. So, we've got a little Carabao Cup image there. Look at that, because obviously we won it. The new arrivals. Is this going to tell us about the new signings that we've made? So, it was a busy season in the transfer market. It's safe to say there was some good business done, bringing in key new signings who contributed hugely to the season's successes. Well, really? I mean, the only one who played a lot was Kamara. Most people were bench warmers, if that. They have said, obviously, the board are content with the deal for Mady Kamara. Is that why he's highlighted? Oh, it tells me about all of them. The board absolutely loved the Benoit Badiashile deal, which is good because he was cheap. They're okay with Schlager. I quite like this. It's nice and simple. We can sign Nakajima on a permanent deal if we want. Oh God, we've gone too far now. We've gone too far. It does say we signed him from Al Duhail. We didn't. Porto signed him from Al Duhail, and then we loaned him from Porto. Anyway, the season's results. The Saints struggled to find their best form at times, but otherwise able to enjoy a campaign which saw them produce a highly respectable finish. We finished 7th. That is not just a highly respectable. That is above average, above expected. I was thinking we maybe 12th, 13th, 14th. We finished 7th. We've got ourselves European football. We've even got European football if we didn't win the Carabao Cup. Danny Ings as well, top goal scorer, 16 goals. We can go to FA Cup as well, can't we? Yep. So let's not talk about that one. Europa Cup 2, it hasn't started yet. And then obviously the Carabao Cup, which we did manage to win. Kind of a bit flukily. We didn't really do enough to get past Chelsea. We struggled against Arsenal. We struggled against Palace. We also struggled against Everton in the final. But it doesn't matter. We still won it. Moments to remember? What's this possibly going to be? So this is just some fun matches that took place. Biggest win was a 4-0 victory against Fulham. The interesting thing there, 0. We didn't concede a goal. Match to remember was the 3-3 draw against Chelsea in the Carabao Cup. Surely the match to remember would be the victory against Everton in the Carabao Cup. Let's not think about that. And goal of the season is the James Ward-Prowse free kick. Can we see that? Am I able to see that? Do we need to go here? I think we need to go here and then we can do it from here. So yeah, this was a very good free kick from James Ward-Prowse. He's only had about 2 all season. When I saw him stepping up to take this one, I thought, this is too far out. And yeah, he puts that into the top corner. That is postage stamp stuff from Mr. James Ward-Prowse. The finances is next up. So, I mean, we haven't changed the club reputation. We've got a new sponsorship deal, a couple more deals as well. 2-year deal worth 500,000. Money has all gone up because we didn't know what we got last season, which is, I guess, fair enough in a way. £1.85 million for merchandising. Danny Ings, Ward-Prowse, Redmond, Maddie. Okay, fair enough. And Armstrong as the top shirt sellers there. How you lined up. This is, I mean, I feel like this is going to be fairly self-explanatory, isn't it? What we did. I mean, Romeo and maybe Kamara maybe could swap, but obviously Kamara didn't join until January. So yeah, that's our overall best 11. The accolades. Oh, there's lots of them. There's lots of accolades. I like this. I mean, admittedly, most of these are just he's the same ones as before. It's just presented differently, presented a bit better. Fans Player of the Season, James Ward-Prowse. Young Player of the Season, Salisu. Signing of the season goes to Badiashile. Fair enough. Ward-Prowse, as we've seen, Goal of the Season. Ings with 16 goals. Ward-Prowse with 12 assists. That's just in the Premier League as well. Forster wins 4 Man of the Match awards and gets the highest average rating of 7.072727. I assume 27 recurring there. They probably need to round that a little bit. Record breakers. Danny Ings with 18 goals in a season. Is this in just my save? I imagine this is just my save. Ward-Prowse with 16 assists. 8 clean sheets for Fraser Forster. How many games did he play? He played 39 games, conceded 62 and got 8 clean sheets. That's annoying that he keeps going back to there. Salisu picked up 8 yellow cards. I don't think we picked up a single red card. And the youngest player, Barry Rogers. I'm happy with that. He's mentioned. He's been mentioned. 15 years, 336 days. Competition awards, nothing. Cool. History in the making. Your hard work and effort paid off on the pitch, and such a feat didn't go unrewarded at the end of at our end of season awards ceremony. Thanks, Jeff Nightingale, he said. They say it's important to get off to a good start, but it rings as true as ever for Southampton. We won the Carabao Cup. Cool. It's still a bit weird that they never mentioned the final. This was not the final. We played Everton in the final. Nothing has been said about the actual final where we won the competition. Well, that was quite lovely, wasn't it? Anyway, let's ping back to my normal view and go through some of the other bits of news that we've got then ready for the new season. I have started to try and loan some players out off to Hartford in America. I don't think they're going to play. Keller Watts, I think, is one of these players. Yeah, he's there, but I don't think they ever kick a ball. They don't play any football. I think quite a lot of this is actually just a summary of what we have already just seen. This is quite interesting to see. We are busy but impenetrable in the end. We started off the season over here busy and leaky. We started to get a bit better defensively. And then if we look attacking-wise, we're up there. We're in the right half of the... the right quadrant of this with all the big teams, which is good to see. Club expectations then for next season. I assume it's probably fairly standard, isn't it? Just use the youth system, which is what we're going to be doing anyway. Position, attacking and entertaining football. I'm trying. I mean, we are also conceding lots of goals, but that doesn't matter, does it? And top half. Cool. And they want us to get to the Europa League proper at some point. Maybe. We might be able to do that. Hiya, Future Stuart here. I'm just currently editing episode 10 of season 1, and I noticed that it also says to sign players to sell for a profit. I completely ignored that. I say ignored. I didn't even see that when I skimmed over it. So, that's something. That's something new. Right, we've now got to do our end of season meeting as well with the team. Everyone's happy and pleased and very happy for a number of players. Stuart Armstrong is reserved for some reason. I don't know why he's reserved. So, it's been... there's a lot to read here. There's a lot to read. I understand what they're trying to do, but I don't want to spend half an hour reading all of this. I just want to pick one. I'm thinking this one, mid-table. Mid-table finish? Or should we say top half? Same level of ambition. Okay, that is exactly the kind of ambition I want to see from a manager. We'll finish in the top half. Thanks, Danny Ings. That is exactly the sort of reaction I was after too. I'd now like to discuss some promises I'm willing to make for next season. Why have I done that? Why? Agreeable and encouraged. Right, so what can we do then? I'm looking at strengthening goalkeepers, defence, midfield, attacking. I think technically I want to be strengthening the defence. Get a new fullback or two. Because that might actually... If I say that, that might encourage some of the defenders. I can do the same as I said before. Young players, which is something I will always do. I'm going to say strengthen the defence and see what happens. Downcast, negative. I think I might be alone, but I'm not bothered by that promise. Oh, fair enough. That's enough promises for now. Just walk away. Thanks. See you in the pre-season. Still not very good at these old meetings stuff, am I? On the whole, I believe the players were happy that you made the offer of some promises, even though they didn't take you up on them. Well, they don't want me to improve the defence. Fair enough. New season report as well. What is this? I've compiled a team report assessment based on our current players for the upcoming season. So that is kind of what they're saying is the best 11. Weirdly, no James Ward-Prowse in there. Not sure on that one. I don't like the fact this notable weaknesses has an extremely large scroll bar. That's a worryingly large scroll bar. We've got not a lot of money to buy players. We need somebody on the left-hand side to basically give Redmond some competition. I don't think we do. We've got some decent young players that I think we can probably give them a little bit of competition. I mean, this is quite interesting to see. I'm not going to obviously have a look at all of this. Right, we can pick our training camp destination. We'll go off to the USA. We'll probably play Hartford because they're our feeder club. Interestingly as well, El Yunusi has won the Scottish Premier League, which is no surprise to anybody. Jan Valery got relegated playing for West Brom. Did he play? He played most games. That's actually not bad. Sam McQueen helped Hearts to win the Scottish Championship. Good job, Sam McQueen. That's the last time you're ever going to play a game for us anyway. I say for us. When you were part of our contract, I guess. Ross County were relegated. Will Ferrer and Costanza played a fair amount of football, I think, in the end, but ultimately they finished bottom of the table by quite a distance. El Yunusi won Scottish Writers' third place Footballer of the Year, fair enough, and Alan Campbell was won Young Player of the Year. Who's Alan Campbell, you ask? He's joining us in the summer because he's free. I don't know whether we need him, but he's only 22. He's joining in the summer. He'll be 23 soon. He seems all right. He's probably not going to be amazing. Right, we're on the 25th of May, and this is a big bit of news. We've got £50 million to spend next season. £50 million. So we are close to our wage bill, so we're not far off that. So there's not a lot of salary available, but 50 million transfer budget can go a hell of a long way. We've also, if we have a look here and have a look at some of these, we can probably cash in on a few. Gabbiadini, we can get 400. I mean, he's not going to go anywhere, is he? He's not going to leave. We can get a bit of cash for him. I did see we had the Sadio Mane one, 3.29 million. It's not a huge number, but if we get 10% of the profit, so that would mean he'd have to go for about 200 million if my maths is correct. It's not correct. And we can also get nearly 5 million for Virgil van Dijk as well. Wait, what? Southampton have qualified for the Europa League. We're in the proper Europa League. Because Arsenal won the Europa League, so they go into the... Arsenal, you absolute heroes. You absolute heroes. Because Arsenal won the Europa League, we go into the Europa League because they go into the Champions League. That's amazing. And we'll go straight into the group stages. That was completely unexpected. Theo. What do we do here? Now, you are out of contract at Everton on the 30th of the 6th. So in a month's time, you're out of contract. I think we risk this. We wait for his contract to run down, and then we try and sign him when he's available on a free. He's going to want a lot of money, and we're probably only going to want a year, maybe 2 out of Theo. He probably won't play a lot next season. But this season he scored 12 goals in 22 starts in the Premier League. He did a very good job for us. So I do want to kind of bring him back if we can. And it's kind of a fitting end to his career. We can start at Southampton and end at Southampton as I punch my microphone a little bit. Right then, I think we are probably going to end this episode and this season here. Next season, obviously we're into the Europa League. But also on a more technical note, next season is when I'm going to start introducing the whole face packs and logo packs and stuff like that. Because I've done an entire season without it. I haven't really seen any bugs or anything like that. So yeah, I'm going to start introducing things. Could you still technically need to test that? That's kind of my justification. Plus, I think the game just looks a lot better when you've got all the logos and faces and things like that. So that is going to be coming in next season. Hopefully that episode and the start of next season will be out tomorrow. Usual times, 5 PM and then 9:30 PM UK time as well. Thank you very much for watching this episode. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like. If you are new here and you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. I'll be back next time with the start of Season 1 and a little bit of a European tour, hopefully.